So this is part 4 of exam 2, and let's go ahead and start. The scatter plot I've got here, I have the x-axis down here. I'm trying to show you a better way. Here it is. And got the y-axis tidal up here, and it's kind of hard to see from this angle here, but there is a positive correlation. And how do I know this is because it's going up, and if I look at it like this, you can see it's going up and to the right. Based on what you see in the scatter plot, would it be acceptable to calculate the correlation coefficient? I believe it would, because as you can see in here, they are pretty close together. And if the scatter plot was more spaced out, and if we couldn't tell if there was a negative or positive correlation, and if there was no association, then it'd be hard to find the correlation coefficient. So part C, the correlation coefficient for this data set is 0.723. What does it tell you about the data? It tells us that, like it shows in here, that they are put together a little bit, and if it was a weak positive, then they'd be branched out more, but it'd be obvious that was going up. So we do know from 0.723 that it is at least spaced together a little bit, and it always has to be between -1 and +1, because that's how we find out if it's negative or positive. And like I said, if it was a scattered, no association scatter plot, then it'd be more spaced out, and there'd be really no reason to find the correlation coefficient. Part D from the STA, do we have any evidence of causation? Why or why not? I believe that there is and isn't a cause of evidence of causation, because as we can see here, actually in case or objective 7, I'm sorry, not 7, 8 and 9, 8 has x as being 6 and y is 4.5, and that doesn't necessarily mean that just because A is happening, B has to happen. And also for 9, x is 4.5 and y is 4. And this is another example of just because x is 4.5 doesn't mean that y is going to be a higher number. Because we can see in like objective 2 that there's 3 for x, but there's 6 for y. And all the other ones are kind of like that. If x is one way, then y is going to be a number even more. But like I said, in 8 and 9 objectives, or whatever you want to call them, the causation or the evidence really isn't there. And that's really it. Thanks.